Hi, so the first half of this video actually got deleted. The file got corrupted on my SD card, but I was able to save the second part, or second half of the video, so enjoy. Sorry, technical difficulties, but we're back. So, the guy was talking about how you can rent a boat for $100. So many questions were going on in my head. I've never even sailed a boat, and he said he hasn't either, so how the heck do you know how to work a boat? Two, if you just dock it, won't someone steal it? What if you get broken down in the middle of the ocean? So much that could go wrong. But the whole point is just to experience it, so who cares?
1,000-foot walls, and we were able to just fly the drones around there. I sadly crashed my drone there, fell in the water, but we were able to jump around, swim in the water, and have a good time. Make sure you visit Zakynthos if you're going to Greece or Europe. I promise you won't regret it. In my opinion, it's the greatest island in Greece. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the mountains of northern Italy, to the Dolomites.
Italy has mountains?
Now to get there, you can fly into either Milan or Venice.
What the heck? Italy? He said Italy, right?
It's the greatest island in Greece. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the mountains of northern Italy.
Italy. With the spaghetti and the mustaches. Mountains. What? Look at them. Oh my god.
The Dolomites.
Dolomites.
Now to get there, you can fly into either Milan
that is gorgeous.
or Venice and make the 4-hour drive to the beautiful mountain range.
That is insane.
One of my favorite places to go is the mountain called Saseda. Just this jagged rock, and then it has these just like beautiful green grass.
Seriously, like my mind is exploding right now. That's Italy. With the music, when the moon hits your eyes, pizza pie, that's amore. Freaking mountains. Mountains. It's wild. Man.
Just run around the whole area, explore and have a good time.
They even have a fence.
One of my favorite places is Lago di Bray. It's one of the most famous lakes on social media. You can also jump in the lake if you're feeling it. It's just really beautiful. Another place that I definitely recommend is Tre Cime di Lavaredo. When I went there, I spent about 4 days there because there's so much to do. They have the infamous Tre Cime di Lavaredo rocks. It's one of the most famous rock formations in Europe. There's also a million hikes around the area that are just going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Dolomites are one of my favorite places in the world. You have to go there. It is one of the coolest places ever. Alright, so after the Dolomites, we're over to Spain.
How do you just walk
to visit
along?
one of my favorite islands, the island of Mallorca. What's awesome about Mallorca is it's so big of an island. There's so much to do. One of my favorite places is this place called Cala Varquez. If you love cliff jumping and swimming, this is heaven. The water here is so blue and so clear. Like when you think of the Mediterranean, this is it. It is just absolutely mind-blowing.
That's always been a
dream
dream
to visit the Mediterranean. And swimmer's paradise. There's so many places to jump and to swim around. I did one of my most crazy cliff jumps ever off this arch. It was about 60 feet, and it was absolutely terrifying, but I sent it, and I got some awesome footage of it.
Yeah, okay. Just send it. Yeah, that's cool, but that's not my type of thing. Like, whenever I want to go on vacation or visit a new place, I'm more so just interested in seeing and experiencing everything around me, not necessarily doing, like, thrillers? You know what I'm trying to say. Like, exciting, like, crazy things. That's not what I go for. I'm more so there for the culture, the experience, just the visuals, taking everything in. Not the daredevil stuff of it. But, you know, it's his thing, so cool. Ooh, what happened?
Obviously, if you're in cliff jumping, be smart, check the depth of the water, and make sure you know what you're doing. Another really awesome place to visit
Look at those
on the
roads.
west side island to Sa Calobra. The road to Sa Calobra is one of the windiest and most famous roads in the world. It's been featured in a lot of car commercials. You'll come down, and you come down to Sa Calobra, and it's just this beautiful cove with sailboats. I found a really cool rock, and I was able to swim around there. Also got some beautiful drone shots, and it's a great place to watch the sunset.
Ooh,
so after Mallorca, we're going to head over to the Arctic.
Oh my god, these shots are crazy.
What are you doing on your phone? I'm sorry, I left a gentleman alone in my apartment, so I'm tracking him to make sure he leaves.
Circle in northern Norway. So to get here,
the Northern Lights! Wow. Holy crap.
From Mallorca, we're going to head over to the Arctic Circle in northern Norway.
Look at him.
So to get here, you can fly into airports such as Tromsø or Narvik. So I went here in September. I was able to visit one of the coolest soccer fields.
Okay, I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but just that shot was so... Just the fact that you guys are literally just... I know this is technically what the entire world is, but here, it's literally just a little piece of land spurted out, and y'all built stuff on top of it. Like, that's... How would you even defend that, you know? If Norway were to ever go to war. And you have, like, a big old soccer field. Like, you're literally just walking along rocks on the water to get into town and to go to soccer practice. Like, literally, that's all that Norway is. It's wild. Literally, it looks like everything is in walking distance. Oh, man.
Visit one of the coolest soccer fields in the world. It's in a town called Henningsvar. And it's a soccer field on an island. And when I went there, I was surprised there was nobody there. Sadly, me and my friend George, we didn't have a soccer ball, so we just ran around, got some really cool drone shots, and had a good time. Another really beautiful place to go is Kavalika Beach. This is one of the prettiest beaches I've ever been. The water is blue like the Caribbean. It is as green as Hawaii, and then the surrounding mountains makes you feel like you're in Switzerland. I couldn't believe the colors. The sunset was absolutely astounding. Another really cool place is Rain. It's one of the coolest little towns surrounded by these beautiful sea mountains. It's a little fishing village, and they have these beautiful red houses. So make sure you go there. If you go up north, you could head to the beautiful island of Senja to see one of the most unique rock formations in the world. If you go past September, you may get lucky and be able to see the northern lights. When I was there, I spent the night in Senja, and I was able to see the Aurora Borealis. It was one of the most magical experiences of my life. I felt like a kid again. Northern Norway is worth the visit. I hope you can go there. Alright, so after Norway
hasn't been on my list, but...
to Austria to visit the beautiful Austrian Alps. You can fly into Vienna, or you can fly...
Austria is where they filmed the Sound of Music, right?
To Salzburg. Make the drive over. One of the pretty locations in Austria is the town of Hallstatt. It's famous for this just beautiful village on this beautiful lake, surrounded by these massive mountains. You
That's
can
the
also
city.
head
Literally
over
look
to
up.
the Grossglockner Pass. It's one of the highest roads in Europe, and you'll be able to see the highest mountain in Austria. It's about 3,900 meters high.
Can people live up there?
There's also a beautiful glacier. I think it's called Pastorius Glacier. It's in the Grossglockner National Park. And it's just freaking beautiful. One thing I loved about Austria is they had so many beautiful churches and castles. I don't think I've seen more churches anywhere, and they were just so scenic and so beautiful. So after Austria, we're going to head back to Greece to visit the magical town of Meteora. Now to get to Meteora, what I did is I flew into Athens, and then I got a rental car, and I did the 4-hour drive. What Meteora is famous for is their monasteries that are built upon these rocks. Like, these monasteries are hundreds of years old. When you see them, you wonder how the heck people built them. You can go in, I think it costs like €1 or €2 to go inside of them. Me and my brother, we woke up for sunrise. We got some really cool misty and cloudy conditions, and we were able to get some beautiful shots of the area.
So for $2, you can literally drive all the way up there and go inside the monastery on top of a rock. Nevertheless. But also, he mentioned renting a car. I would be too scared to drive in Europe. Not only just because, like, I'd be overwhelmed, but y'all drive on the whole opposite side of the road. I feel like I would get in a car wreck, and then I don't have European insurance, so it would just be a mess. I'd rather just get an Uber.
It's just a really beautiful place. Definitely recommend visiting Meteora. Alright, so now we're going to head over to Scotland to visit the Isle of Skye. You can fly into Edinburgh, and then you get a car and drive about 5 hours and get to the Isle of Skye.
I have to go to
Scotland. It is one of the greenest places I've ever been. Feels like you're on just a massive golf course because it's just this green grass. One of my favorite places in the Isle of Skye is the Old Monastery. It's one of the coolest rock formations I've ever seen. It's a short hike, and it's honestly just a magical place. When I was there was like crows flying around, and I felt like I was in a fairy tale. You can also visit the Korang, which is the beautiful little mountains. You can visit Meout Falls, which is this waterfall that falls off in the ocean.
So he did talk about these places in the last video too. But what I'm also realizing is I can't just pack a bunch of cute outfits for Instagram pictures. If I'm going to any of these places, I need like actual walking or running shoes, because it seems like it's a lot of walking, and it's more so just being there with nature than like walking through a city. You know, I can't wear high heels freaking to the Meta Falls or the Isle of Skye in Scotland, you know? Not that I would wear high heels anyway.
If you're a Harry Potter fan, you can also visit the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which is the train that's in the Harry Potter movies. That is just absolutely super cool. So after...
Snow. Is that like Greenland? Greenland's not in Ireland.
It's an impressive little device that contains the perfect...
After Scotland, we're going to head to one of the most unique places on the planet, to Iceland.
Iceland?
So, to get to Iceland, you can fly into Reykjavik.
What about Iceland was green?
Plane tickets are actually not too expensive to fly there, especially if you're flying out of Europe. Me and my brother flew in there in November, and we only had 2 days there, so...
Fun fact, whenever I did visit the UK, I had a layover in Reykjavik, Iceland. So I had been to Iceland, but it wasn't like I was actually there. I was mainly in the area of the airport, so...
Reykjavik. We drove 2 hours south to visit the infamous Skogafoss waterfall. It's one of the most famous
waterfalls on ice
in Iceland. Just absolutely breathtaking. And then we headed over to the Reykjavik beach. I like to call it Black Rock Beach because
holy
it's
beautiful
black rocks. They have these rock sea stacks in the ocean, and it really just adds to the epicness of a location.
I'm going to freaking Iceland again. Black sand. And just the mysteriousness of it all. Look at the black rocks just jutting out of the freaking ocean. And like the water is the same color as the sky. Almost white. I'm going back, I swear.
We were able to get some beautiful footage with the drone.
That's insane.
Try not to freeze our butts off. Definitely there's a whole lot more to explore in the country. I need to go back and explore more. Iceland is one of those places that you should definitely see at least once in your life.
Absolutely.
After Iceland, we're going to head over to one of my favorite countries in the world. We're going to head over to Favour. It's located in southern Switzerland, near the border of Italy. And it has one of my favorite cliff jumping spots in the world. It's this bridge that's straight out of a fairy tale. It is just like so cool. It's about 30 feet high. I jumped off it a few times, did a few gainers. Super fun. It's some of the clearest river water you'll ever see in your life. Like, it is so clear. I was able to jump in and I did some snorkeling. It was just a very rejuvenating experience. After Favour, we're going to head up north to the middle of Switzerland to visit the Jungfrau region. When you think of Switzerland, this is it. Massive mountains, beautiful Swiss houses, cows eating grass in the mountains. It is just absolutely scenic. Grindelwald is one of the towns in the Jungfrau region. It's famous for Mount Eiger. It is one of the...
The mountains are touching the clouds. The heck? Oh my god.
Biggest mountains I've ever seen. Just absolutely huge.
That's insane.
Another beautiful place is Lauterbrunnen. It's a valley of over 75 waterfalls. It's where J.R.R. Tolkien got inspired for Lord of the Rings. It's seriously like the prettiest place I've ever been. There's also Wengen, which is a city that you can only walk there or take a train to because there's no cars. It has a beautiful view of the Lauterbrunnen Valley. And then there's Jungfrau, which is the top of Europe, and it is just absolutely beautiful. While Switzerland is very expensive, I think everyone deserves a chance to see the beautiful Swiss country. Anyways, that is it for my top 10 places.
Okay. First of all, we have to subscribe to this guy. What was his name? Shout out to Ryan Shirley. I love his content. But yeah, again, Switzerland was not ever a country that has been on my like bucket list. But from this guy's perspective, he really boosted it up. Freaking from the mountains touching the sky to just all the scenery, and then seeing the cities just being placed in just weird places. It's like, you'll only believe it if you see it face to face, so I want to go. It makes me mad that I'm stuck in the... Like, what the heck? We're the United States, and yet comparing us to the architecture and beauty of Europe, what happened? You know? It's... whatever. Subscribe if you're new here, like this video. Definitely going to do a part 3 of the series. I love it. I can't wait to travel more, and if you're interested in the travel I have already done, check out my Instagram. It's all over there. Bye.